A as in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
And we've got him, the voice, Jay Caldwell, on with us. Jay, how are you doing this fine Monday?
I'm good. How about you?
Well, it was really great until our last guest was on, and they blew up my whole theory.
Uh-oh.
After seeing that game yesterday, where this entire team was flawless, I really believe we're Super Bowl bound. Here's the math. Follow me. A few things got to go my way. I'm not saying this is going to be easy, but we win out. That would make us 9-8. Not a tremendous record, but 9-8. The Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, and Detroit Lions all lose out. Guess what? We've got the best record.
Okay.
Because we play them heads up. They've got 9 wins each, but we beat them head to head. We're now the NFC North. Problem is, and last guy mentioned it, Packers and Detroit play each other, and then somebody's going to get a win, and now we're out. So now he just crushed my dreams. I had it figured out until about 2.5 minutes ago.
Yeah, so but they played better yesterday. I think that's the way we got to look at it. This is not a season where the Vikings are going to be a playoff team.
Yep.
But we feel a little bit better about J.J. McCarthy and the defense and all that kind of stuff based on what happened.
Absolutely. And let's talk J.J. just real quick. He had a very good day. I mean, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns, a 129, passer rating or whatever. All good. All fantastic. They're not, Super Bowl bound, I guess. They're not going to be Hall of Famer with just that. But do you think he got enough to realize he can play in the NFL? No, it's the team we played is the team we played. They're not the greatest, but you get my point. I would think at his age, walking in with the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? You played 6 games, and they're talking about, you have ruined the franchise. I think he showed us he can play in the NFL. He needs the help. The line's got to help him out. The defense got to help him out. But I hope he's got himself a little confidence saying, you know what? I'm JJ. I can make this work.
That was as close to a complete game start to finish that we've seen from him. He's shown glimpses in other games this year.
Yep.
The Detroit game, even the first game against Chicago, that last quarter was good.
Mm-hmm.
But he's had too many lapses where it's just like, this guy doesn't belong kind of thing. But yesterday's game, we didn't see those consecutive issues. There's a couple of overthrows. Okay, that's going to happen. You're not going to be perfect. But there wasn't a rash of those.
Agreed. The play calling help? He had 63 yards, JJ did. They had 162 rushing. That balance of, plays going both ways, I think that helps him out a ton. When you didn't know if he was going to, the play action comes into play because they have to trust the run.
Right. Yeah. No, and they ran the ball effectively, which makes it a little bit easier. And we know that, and I think you said at the beginning, this is a Washington team, the Commanders.
Yep.
I'm still getting used to that. That is not a great team. They've only won 3 games.
Yeah.
Their defense has been bad. They had McDaniels playing. He was clearly not healthy. Then he got hurt, and then he had to come out of the game. So, but it's still a win, and it's against another NFL team. And I think you got to feel a little bit better about their chances next week when they go to Dallas.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. We could actually build a little momentum here. When I agree with you with Washington, a 3-win team, but you listen to those announcers, like when they got down to our 1-yard line or 2-yard line or whatever it was in their first series of downs, this is the second best red zone offense against the second best defense, and we stood them up for 4 plays. Yeah. That's a good sign by this defense. And then where did the defense come with 3 turnovers? Where's that been all year?
I know. Yeah, it was good to see Van Ginkel make one of those instinctual plays that almost led to a touchdown.
Smith getting that one up there near the end was like, there's an old man making his name. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a fun game, and it's easier when you have a big lead. And you're able to do almost anything that they wanted to. But how do you go from being shut out the week before, and I know different quarterback played, to shutting out your next opponent? That is very unusual to have that kind of turnaround.
Evidently, it's one other time in the NFL history. And they just, I don't know who keeps those stats, but I read that. I'm like, who watches that stuff? But okay, fair enough. It is a. Now, let me ask you about your other squad, your Wolves, who I get on them. I know I do. because they've won ugly sometimes against teams they should blow out, but they have been winning. They've got a 5-game winning streak, and you can't ask for more than that. Problem is with the division we're in the Western Conference. In the last 10 games, we've won 5 in a row. We're 7-3. Let's see who's ahead of us. San Antonio, Houston, Denver, all 7-3. Lakers 8-2, and Oklahoma City, of course, they don't lose. We haven't gained a spot. You win 5 in a row, we're going nowhere. I don't know if we have enough traction to make a move. Your thoughts on your Timberwolves?
You know, they can beat the bad teams. I think they've established that. Yep. But beating the good teams, we haven't quite got there yet. I mean, they got Phoenix tonight, team with a winning record, and they lost to them last time they played against them. The Wolves did beat, San Antonio and Boston during this better stretch here. So I think they're figuring it out. But some of these games, like when they played New Orleans and gave up 140 points, I know it was an overtime, but still against a team that was at the bottom of the conference standings. That defense has to be better if they're going to be able to compete against the better teams in the league.
Okay, so we're a quarter of the way through the season, a little past that. Do you think this is a team, and they do better in the latter parts, I get that, is this a team that can get to the Western Conference Finals again? I see every team ahead of them having made themselves better in the offseason. Oklahoma City, I would say, no, they're pretty much just the same great team. But the others have all made themselves better. Are we better? Can we get past the Western Conference? Can we get to the Western Conference when you look what's going on?
Yeah, well, it's going to be tough. And like you said, OKC, they're probably the best team. They don't lose. They've got their same group back.
Yep.
It would probably take a serious injury to one of their top 3 players for them to not be as relevant as they are. It's like everybody else is trying to fight to face them in the Western Conference Finals. It was the Wolves last year. Yep. They had the better matchups in the playoffs. Could they do it? Yeah, they could do it again.
Okay.
There's no doubt they could. They're one of probably a handful of teams.
Yeah.
That could be the number 2 team in the West and have a chance to knock off OKC.
All right. Well,
it's hard to say they're the second best team, though. So we just don't know that yet.
Yeah, but OKC is so far ahead of the rest in that they're looking at having the best. If they keep going at this pace, they'll have the best record ever in the NBA. That's how good they are, and I love watching them because I like defensive basketball. They play defense every bit as good as the offense. They're a fun team to watch.
Except for when Shea is acting like he's getting absolutely just killed on the court and he gets to the free throw line.
He should get an Oscar now and again. I'm not throwing that out. You are 100%. Jay, I'm out of time. I appreciate you, my friend.
You got it.
He's Jay Caldwell. He is the voice on the Al Travis Show.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue